What's going on, guys? Today's April 1st. I figured I'd just do a State of the Union for the Washington Capitals. And I'm just going to touch on a couple players that I really think will be a core for our team in the next couple years. First one I'm going to start off with is Thomas Plekanec. This year he was down number-wise with the Canadiens. I think mainly because maybe a production level, I don't know. And also he was injured for a couple weeks. I think Rick has mentioned before. Um, I also think he's still yet to reach his prime. He's done a phenomenal job, just playing with what he has. Like he has Gianta, Kostitsyn, and whoever else. I mean, I don't really follow Montreal that much, but I've been following him, Keeley. Um, I've actually gotten a couple. I know Rick's been persistent on him. We've had some talks. I'm not gonna say who we were gonna talk about, but I mean, we've had some talks not only with Rick but with other teams as well. He's still open to be traded as anyone is, except I just don't. If I don't respond to a trade proposal, it's because either I have no time, which my schedule is fucking through the roof, and or actually, I mean, I think the trade might be like a little upset. I mean, I choose not to talk. Anyway, going forward, I think he'll still be our number one center. And he will probably center most likely Rick Nash and Taylor Hall. I'll get to later. Actually, Rick Nash right now. I was skeptical on who I should draft first round after the draft last year. I was actually sitting in class when I was doing the draft for actually the first round. A friend of mine, I asked him between Rick Nash and Eric Staal, a couple of others, and Gaborik and all them. He even told me Rick Nash because he's a proven 30 goal scorer. He already has 30 goals in the ASHL with 31 goals, 26 assists, 57 points in 61 games played. He also has over 30 goals this year with the Blue Jackets, and I think he's going to surpass his total last year, which was 33 or 34 goals last year. Right now he has 32, which is 10th in the NHL, which is pretty cool and pretty good actually. Um, I think he's also one of the most underrated players in the NHL. Granted, he has made the Olympic team, and it's not like he's being like Sidney Crosby or anything. It's just his presence on the ice is kind of threatening because the guy can hit, he can lead, he can play defense for that matter. I mean, he's actually a +2 or 4, I think, maybe even 8. I don't really know. I haven't really checked the stats in a while. Maybe, yeah. Um, he also has the ability to lead. I've seen that with the Blue Jackets. That's a young team right there. They've only made the playoffs, I think, maybe 2 years. And then the past 2 years or something, they made the playoffs. I mean, not like every year. I mean, they made the playoffs, I think, once or twice in the past 5 years. If that seems about right. Um, I think the reason why I chose him to be the captain for the Capitals, because we have a young team, with him, Hall, Rask, and I'm just off the top of my head. Yeah, he has the ability to lead a young team, and I think going forward, he'll develop more as a player and as a person himself, as well as the other guys on this team. He's clearly showing this year in the ASHL, he's showing to be like he's showing me that he wants to be here in Washington. The only time I'll trade him is if I get someone real good, but other than that, I think he's gonna be here for the rest of my career duration here per se. He was selected to the All-Star game, I think, as a 7th overall pick. I forget what team he was on. Um, yeah, like I said earlier, he has 31 goals, 26 assists, 57 points, 61 games played. I mean, I think he's up there, maybe 11th or 12th in the league in goals. Not really too sure. Next guy I'm going to talk about is Ryan Callahan. I never really heard about him until the Olympics last year, and I really like the style of play. This year he's having a career high in goals with 23, assists 24, with 24 assists and 47 points. And he was injured for I think about 6 or 7 weeks or something like that. But after he got back, he picked it right back up, which I was kind of worried if the injury, didn't really know the extent of the injury, what happened, but I read the length and kind of scared the shit out of me per se. But I liked how he picked up right where he left off, and I think he's going to help us down the stretch. Maybe even not like the first line, and maybe second or third line. Definitely be on the penalty kill in the power play sometimes. Also, another guy I want to talk about is Brad Boyes. Is he back to his old form like he was with Boston when he scored 40 and 30 goals in 2 seasons? I don't know. I mean, he's having a good year. Like when he got traded to Buffalo from the Blues, I was kind of pissed and kind of happy. Kind of pissed because Buffalo and Boston play each other a lot, and Buffalo is one of our top rivals in the Northeast. But I was happy because he gets to be on a team where they're proven to make the playoffs. He's a good fit there. He likes it there. He's been playing real well there. Um, he is a proven 30 goal scorer, but I mean that's been down for like the past 2 years. Like this year, I think he has like 17 goals and 32 assists. I mean it's not too bad, but I love him. Yeah, like I said, I loved him getting traded to Buffalo. I mean, can you classify him as a two-way forward? I mean, when he was in Boston, I think everyone considered him like a proven goal scorer, like a sniper. But I think he's a two-way forward now because he can score, he can provide assists, create plays, generate offensive power. He also leads the NHL in games played with 78, which that's damn, like the Cal Ripken of the NHL for God. Another guy I'm going to talk about is my boy Brad Marchand. He's having a good first year, surprised everyone this year. When my mom told me that he made the team for the Bruins, I was shocked yet ecstatic. I really loved the guy. Like last year, when I heard that he was in the system, I said to myself, he's going to be one hell of a player. I tried picking him up in the PHL, but he was on Greg's team, and he started off the season in the ASHL with Montreal, so I kind of had to take a deep risk on the defensive end and trade Wisniewski, who was actually traded to Montreal actually in the NHL. So Rick and I were talking. He wanted Wisniewski, I wanted Marchand, so that's why the deal was made. I think he'll actually win the seventh player award. Again, what a Bruins player gets at the end of the year. Watch it tomorrow. I will be willing to put like $100 that he wins. He also has 5 shorthanded goals. He's excellent on the penalty kill. I don't think anyone expected that. I don't even think he expected that. Um, I'm very pleased actually that he has 5 shorthanded goals, and he also has 21 goals, 19 assists, and 40 points in 72 games. As for the Calder, I mean everyone on NESN's been saying he has a chance. I think he does, but like when there's guys like Jeff Skinner, Logan Couture, um, can't really think. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. It's like those two guys, and if Hall was still playing, I think he'd be up there for like the Calder. He'll probably finish like 5th or 6th in voting, even if he is injured. And another thing I like about Brad is that he's an instigator. He can get in guys' faces. He can cause penalties, and it was actually funny. I was reading an article last night, actually today. He made a golf swing to the Leafs bench, like golf on like, hey, have fun playing golf in the summer, or actually after the season. And I guess he got an earful from Claude, but it was good on his part. I don't know. He's trying to have fun. Who knows? But he in the moment probably. He even did say he wished he didn't do that, but whatever, you learn from your mistakes. Another guy I'm gonna talk about. I got about a minute and 15 seconds to talk about him. It's Taylor Hall. I took him in the first round over Sagan because I felt like he'd have less pressure on him and have more playing time in Edmonton than Sagan would, because in Boston we're going to make the playoffs for a couple more years. Like I don't know how many years, but like Sagan, he's having a good year. I mean, not like Hall, but I mean, Sagan, I'm no doubt he's gonna be a phenomenal player, like as he matures and continues to strive. But yeah, I took Hall because I needed a goal scorer, take the pressure off Nash, for in the next couple of years. He's a right fit for the organization. Like you said, he's like a young guy. He's only 19 for God's sake, and he's a young fit. I mean, he's a right fit because we got like a lot of young players. I think we only have like maybe maybe 3 or 4 30-year-old guys like Pody, Darsh, Leighton. Wait, no, Leighton's 27. My bad. But yeah, Hall is gonna have a great couple years. I even think a couple of the GMs here said that he's gonna win a couple hard trophies and awards in the years to come. So we'll see.